Hello and welcome to BMS Financial 24/7 News. I'm Gabriela Pinero.
I'm Kate Shields.
And I'm Wyatt Porter.
Today we'll be talking to you about what's inflation and how to beat it with a diversified portfolio. Today we're going to tell you what the stocks are and why we chose them. So Kate, can you start us off with what's inflation?
Sure. Inflation is a sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in the economy over a period of time. An example of inflation is that if in 1998 you went out and bought groceries with $20, you'd be able to buy almost a full cart. But then if you did the same thing in 2005, you'd only be able to buy half as much. And then again, if you did it in 2014, you'd only be able to buy a couple of items. This shows inflation because over time the price of groceries goes up, but the price of your money still stays the same. Hey Wyatt, how can you beat inflation?
Well, you can beat inflation by having a diversified portfolio. What I mean by having a diversified portfolio is that you have at least 5 stocks spread out between 5 sectors and industries. You do this because when the tech stock drops, the financial sector rises.
So why? Is that just like what happened with Microsoft and PayPal on August 14th, 2015? The technology sector dropped, which made Microsoft have a dip in their trend line. So, on that same day, PayPal had a rise in their trend line, so when you lost money in Microsoft, you can get it back with PayPal.
So Gabby, back to the second question we're trying to answer. What stocks do we choose for our diverse portfolio? Can you start us off with 2?
Sure. 2 stocks that we have invested in are BMS Company and PayPal. We've chosen these 2 stocks because they are diversified between different sectors and industries, and they both have great quarterly reviews. SeekingAlpha.com found that Smucker's reported its annual results for its fiscal year of 2018. The company reported flat sales growth for both the entire year of 2018 and the final quarter of that year. Despite the fact that sales were flat, Smucker's managed to grow full-year adjusted earnings by 3%. So even though Smucker's had a bad year, they managed to grow 3% over time. So Wyatt, what stock did you choose?
The stock that I chose to put into our diversified portfolio is Microsoft. I chose Microsoft because Microsoft has been releasing new software that I can gain money from in the stock market. Kate, what stocks did you choose?
Finally, I chose Johnson & Johnson and iRobot. First up, I chose Johnson & Johnson because it's a company that's been around for a very long time and it's had great stable growth. But if investing in Johnson & Johnson, one thing that you'd want to watch out for is that there's been talk about a large lawsuit because scientists have found something in their baby powder that is proven to give cancer. So, if investing in Johnson & Johnson, you'd want to sell your shares before the lawsuit. That way you can collect your earnings and not sell after the lawsuit because then you'd lose a lot of money. Next, I also added iRobot because they're a fairly new company and there have been many predictions that this company will do very well. They're also coming out with new products like the robot mop, which will attract new buyers, and this will help with the sales of iRobot.
Gabby, what are some short-term and long-term strategies for investing in the stock market?
Well, for short term, we've researched some recent issues that could affect the gains and losses of the stock market. For example, if Microsoft came out with new software and becomes very popular, people would want to invest in that stock, so the stock would become very popular. This causes the amount of money the stock is worth to rise, which makes investors more money.
Therefore, you should invest in the stock before they come out with their new products so you can save money. But for the long term, you should buy when the stock is low. That way, when there's a large increase, you'll be able to earn lots of money.
Wow, thanks for clearing that up, but that's all we have time for today.
So you should think about investing in your own diversified portfolio to beat inflation.
Thanks for watching BMS Financial 24/7 News.